Hey everyone, Zunzun here, and today we're going to be doing a review on Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Episode 8. Now, first off, just to get this started, because I'm gonna start with the criticisms that I have of the movie. I like this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I went to see it alone. I was by myself because you guys know me. I'm a lonely guy, but now all my friends are just busy. But I did go to see it alone. And the good thing about going to see a movie alone is you're not like there's no one next to you who you're thinking about like what their opinions are or you want to talk to them or anything like that. You're just there for the movie. And I like I said, I like this movie, and I'm actually happy I got to see it alone because I got to experience it without any sort of like, oh, I want to be, I wonder what this person thinks and stuff like that. So to start off, the movie, I have the same criticism of this movie that I had of the previous movie. I feel like a lot of people had of the previous movie. It is really similar to Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars Episode 5, right? And because primarily the entire thing is, hey, yeah, you guys destroyed that super important superstructure in the last movie. Well, guess what? Doesn't matter to us. We're still gonna freaking um, we're still going to come back and be super powerful, and you guys are still the rebels, so you're still weak. And it followed a lot of the same themes. Student goes to meet master while rebels are in peril and stuff like that. And right there brings me to my second thing. There were a lot of cheesy comedic moments in this movie, a lot of unnecessary comedic moments, and I know they're trying to follow. What I'm not going to say I know what they're trying to do is follow the same theme that like their Marvel movies are doing, where it's like, oh, let's have these funny moments that you know it'll break the tension of the scene and stuff. And that's okay. And the original Star Wars did have funny moments, but I feel like this one takes it over the line, like too much. It pushes a lot past like what is necessary for a good comedic moment here and then, and kind of just forces these moments in over and over and over and over again. So that's my other major criticism of this movie as in my review. But I'm going to get to the fact that I do like the movie. I think there are a lot of cool scenes. The CGI was, of course, beautiful, and as with the last one, there's very limited CGI, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. There was a lot of good fights. This movie actually had lightsaber fights and stuff like that, and they were done really well. The choreography was really good. The special effects were really good. I mean, as you guys can see, they have the original lightsaber look, and they were running that the entire time. There was lightsaber fights. There were a lot of ground fights. The movie starts with a sweet ass space battle. So there was a lot of good action, and they did a lot better at keeping to the tone of being action oriented and stuff than they could have done, and I appreciate that. So yeah, I love the action. I for the action alone, almost I would recommend this movie. Beautiful score, of course. The music is just gorgeous. But it's a Star Wars movie. They always have beautiful music. I'm pretty sure they still got the same guy doing the music. Like they can't mess it up at this point. They could write 100 different songs for this show or this movie and this franchise, and they would still just beautiful music, perfectly captures the mood, makes you feel exactly what emotion you're supposed to be feeling. And I'm not really a fan of music. You guys know that. So honestly, just great music. They also returned to using models. As you guys can see just in this trailer alone, all of the combat and stuff, all the ships and stuff are all modeled out. They may be put into motion with CGI, but they're all modeled out. You can tell it's not like how it was the CGI in the prequels and stuff. All of this armor, everything you're seeing, none of that is CGI. It's all real, and it's all beautiful. It looks good. It makes you feel like that like, oh cool, this could be real kind of warmth that the original movies gave you, rather than the I'm looking at plastic feeling that the prequel trilogy did. Um, I mean, they even went as far as they used puppets again, and I know they used puppets in the last one, but and they used puppets in the last one, but they did a good job. I love the movie. Some important characters, get into certain situations. One of the biggest twists of the movie, I'm not going to spoil it, but one of the biggest twists of the movie, I think the biggest problem with it is you can see it coming. As soon as the big twist is like, oh, there's going to be this big twist here, you know what the twist is going to be. And they kind of like lead up to the moment, and you're like, I bet this is going to happen. I bet this is going to happen. I bet this is going to happen. And I feel like that was one of the major points. But you do also learn some things that are shocking, especially about the main character, Ray. So be on the lookout. I don't really have much more to say because it's really hard to talk about this movie without spoiling. Because like every scene that I'm seeing right now in this trailer as I'm talking to you guys is sparking memories. Oh, remember this. Oh, remember that. Oh, remember this. And I do feel like this movie is going to go down as hopefully is going to go down as the weakest of the trilogy, and I do mean the new trilogy. And that's not to say I think it's bad. I think I've made that very clear. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is cheesy. A lot of Deus Ex Machina happens. A lot of like, oh no, we're all gonna die. Oh wait, we're not. Like at one point, I think it happens like 3 times in a row, and they also like do a lot of misleading, but the misleading seems almost unnecessary. They're like, oh, this is what happened. Oh, he misled you. This is what happens. Actually, you were misled twice. This is actually what happened. And then it just kind of, it's like, okay, well, why did you have to mislead me as an audience member multiple times? Um, Also, a few of the things like there is a moment with Princess Leia that was really cheesy, and like you could just be like you're just like, I get it, I understand why it's happening, but it kind of looks really weird. Also, for some reason, partway through the movie, they interject like an allegory on capitalism and like the problems with capitalism. It's like so random, and like if you're not actually paying attention for it, you won't notice it. But basically, they're like, oh, all these people are only super rich because they support wars. And I was like, okay, well, I obviously, they're trying to be social justicey and stuff like that. But then, like the next scene, they're like, well, guess what? They support wars on both sides. Things aren't as bad as they always look, are they? And you're just kind of left there like, what the hell? What are they doing? Why can't they leave this alone? So it's weird. It's weird. They got some weird messages in there. I mean, if you ignore them, which I recommend, just ignore the silly messages. The movie by itself though, or overall, is just it's honestly it's a beautiful movie. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be the strongest of the trilogy. In fact, I think it's going to be the weakest. But it still has excellent moments, epic fights, cool scenes. The visuals are beautiful, audio is beautiful, and I would recommend this movie. I'm gonna rate it probably. And also, I have bias because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm probably gonna get an 8.5 out of 10. And you guys know I'm ranking on the moist meter scale where it's like 5 is average, right? 8.5 because it was an amazing movie. There were amazing moments, and maybe I have to see it again to like notice some of the more like bad parts and stuff. But it wasn't by no means perfect. And I'm not trying to be like, well, no one deserves a 10 because no one is perfect. No, that's not what I mean. It was just for a movie, it was by no means perfect. It had, like I said, the biggest flaw of this movie was cheesy moments. Whether they were cheesy comedic moments or they just unnecessary like misleads and stuff like that. It's that was by far the biggest flaw of this movie. But I would recommend going out and seeing this movie before it's out of theaters. The theater experience was great. The surround sound, the giant screen, the people. If you're in a place where you can see it alone in theaters or with just a couple of friends, maybe do that because it was a good movie. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10, definitely. See this movie. And leave a comment down below if you have seen the movie. No spoilers, please. But leave a comment down below. I might do another video where I like talk more. It'll probably be in an Isaac video. Actually, I'll be like, spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about the new Star Wars movie. But uh, leave a comment below about things that happen in the movie that you want to see me talk about or that you really enjoyed. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, leave a like. Like I said, leave a comment about the movie. And if you haven't seen the movie, maybe leave a comment about what parts you're excited for or what you think's going to happen. And that's always fun to discuss in the comment section below. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.